This is the easiest way to start your one-person business and make your first money with it. All of these big names that I'm going to drop right now: Daniel Fazio, Dakota Robertson, Dan Coe, Ayman Arab, J.K. Molina, all of these people start their first business this way. And now I've been also able to make a full-time income with this. So after many of my business failures, including SMMA, e-com, NFTs, crypto, this was my first successful online business. And even besides failing, the thing that most people struggle the most is starting, because when it comes to starting your agency, starting e-com, or starting like a large business, people overcomplicate all of these stuff and they just can't start the business. So that's the biggest problem actually. And this one person business solves that problem because it's easy to start and easy to get traction with. And once you see a little bit of results, it's basically game over. You are in the game. And why X? Because it's the easiest platform to start and build online. You just need to write well. But with other platforms, with YouTube, with Instagram, when it comes to video, visuals, and if you are a beginner, you need like so many skills that it kind of becomes like too much to start for most people. And even if they start, they quickly burn out. And the first step is choosing your niche. And this is how you help people and who you can help. So in order to choose that, I suggest you look at all your past skills, all your past accomplishments, and all your past experiences. And after that, you'll get a good idea of how you can help people and which skill you can use to help people. And when it comes to choosing who to help, the first step that I would suggest is looking at your past experience again. And if you have experience in a certain niche or certain industry, I would choose that first. But if you don't want to choose that industry, or if you don't have any experience in any industry, and I don't think that that's the case, but if you don't want it basically, then you can choose an industry that you enjoy the most and that you would have the most fun with. So after deciding all of these, like if people still don't need what you do, then there's no point of doing any of these. So the second step is validating demand. And how we do it is, we first look at if there are already other people that are making money with what you want to sell. So this is kind of the first point. We look at if there are other people that are making a lot of money, and if there are, like, it's cool. That means that there is demand to what you are about to do. And the other thing that you can do is looking at if there are courses about it. So you can look at Udemy, and if there is a course about what you are going to do, that means that there is demand about it. And once we see that there is demand, then we can start taking action. So you can have all the knowledge, you can have all the skills, but if no one knows that you exist, then there is no point. So the third step here is basically generating attention. And how we do it is on X. So we create our account and then we start posting tweets. And we chose X because X is the best platform for a beginner to start and then start attracting attention. But when you just start out, your posts most likely won't get that much attention. So that's why we need to both focus on building our community and networking as well as posting, because doesn't make any sense if you just post stuff but nobody sees it. So in order to do that, we first engage with other people, build our community, and then that's how your post also can get engagement. And how I do it is pretty simple. So first I try to find people who already attracted the audience that I want to attract. So I go there and then I see who engages with their post, because this makes it a lot easier. So if you look at people who engages with other people's posts, this means that those people take the time and effort to engage with other people. So if you engage with them, they are a lot more likely to engage with you back, because at the end of the day, we want to build our community and get engagement to our content so that it gets traction. And the second thing is you are finding the people that build the audience that you want to attract. So This means that if these people that are commenting under it, if they commented under that, that means that it's pretty similar to what you are doing. So if they are interested in that, they are also a lot more likely to interested in you. So that's an efficient way of building your network and then start gaining traction with your posts. So after choosing your niche and after starting to get attention, you are going to realize that there are also lots of other people who are doing similar things and they may have better results than you, or they may have more authority, or they may have a bigger audience. And this is the point where most people give up, because they think that like I'm putting in all this effort but these people are better than me, so I'm not gonna get clients and those people will get all the clients. But that's not the case, because even if that's the case, you can differentiate yourselves and you can stand out from other people. So in order to differentiate yourself, you can do two things. First one is having a unique angle. Because as you see all these other people helping other people with a similar thing, so you are basically helping people go from point A to point B. You have a problem and you want them to get to the solution, and you see that there are also lots of other people doing it. But how you can differentiate yourself with the unique angle is how you make people achieve the outcome. So maybe other people like do it this way, but you do it that way, you still go to the same outcome, but you are doing it differently with your own methods. And this doesn't even have to be like a groundbreaking like new technology, but you can have a different way of doing things that are more enjoyable to some people and you attract those kind of people. So that's the first thing. And the second thing that you can use to differentiate yourself is using your personality, because people like people that are similar to them, and if you share your personality, you are more likely to attract people that are similar to you. But if you don't share it, you are basically the same as everyone. So I ask all of my clients this question. I ask them this after our first onboarding call. I tell them like, okay, you wanted to get help with X and you are having problems and you chose me, so you look at my results maybe, but besides the results, like what are the things that kind of influenced you to make a decision? And when I ask this question, like besides the results, they always talk about something personal. They tell me that's like, oh, some of them like told me, oh, like we are the same age, so that's why I chose you, or I don't know, like, so one of them told me that's like I'm an engineer and you are also an engineer, that's why I chose you. So if I didn't talk about me being an engineer, like it's not relatable to what I do. So if I didn't talk about it, I wouldn't attract people that are engineers. So this is an example of how personality can help you differentiate from other people and help you attract people that are similar to you. So now we have the attention and now we have our unique angle so that we can stand out. The next thing that we should have is obviously having something to sell. And in order to make it easier, I like to have something that I learned from Danko, which is a minimum viable service. So as I also talked about like other business models, like people tend to complicate a lot of things. So when it comes to also the offer, the service, like they think that like I have to have this like complex mechanism, like where I do this for them, also do this for them, like also do this, that kind of stuff, and it gets too complicated and they basically procrastinate and they don't even promote their offer. So that's why I like to first have a minimum viable offer. This means that whatever you are helping people with, you just sell a consulting session, like one call. It may be one call or maybe 2, 3, 4 calls. So you maybe sell like a 2-call package to them so that they can just pay you, and on the call you can help them solve the problem with consulting. So that's like the minimum viable service. And yeah, the biggest advantage of it is that it's pretty easy to start because you don't need anything. You just already have your skills and you will use your time to help the other person. So these are the steps that I followed to start my first one-person business and made my first money with it. But this is just the start. So if you want my complete Twitter system, you can check out the first link in the description. And if you want my personal help to add 5 to 10 clients just from X, you can check out the second link in the description. And I also created a 1-hour long Twitter masterclass where I break down how you can create your first post to get your first client. And I break down every step I take to build a 5-figure business just from X. You can click the video on the screen to watch the complete masterclass. So see you inside. Bye.